Hey guys! Welcome back to the vlog. It is the day before Thanksgiving and it's a little bit dreary today and rainy. Yesterday was brutal, so cold, freezing rain. I woke up and it was like 19 degrees outside and I was like, winter's here. I have some barn chores to do today, like clean tack and Magnawave ponies, which is why I just got Richie out. He looks like a drowned wet rat after standing out in the cold rain last night. And I figured we could do a little pre-Thanksgiving barn vlog and talk about what I'm thankful for today. What do you think, Richard? What are you thankful for? He's like coming inside out of the rain into the warm barn. Okay, so something new that I want to start incorporating on the vlog to hopefully be able to connect with you guys a little bit more is a question of the day. Well, question of the vlog. So my question today, in theme with Thanksgiving, is what are you most thankful for? I want you guys to comment in the comments below and let me know. I personally am super thankful for happy, healthy ponies this year. Last year, I had a couple injuries to deal with and some poor experiences, and I feel like I was a little down in general from the horse stuff. So I am so thankful that I have happy, healthy ponies this year, and we had a lot of great experiences together this year. So I would love to hear what you guys are thankful for. Let's start getting Richie Magna-waved. It's just such a beautiful snoot, and he does a little twitch. He does the littlest twitching when he touches you. Oof, he's just so perfect. So perfect. So hard sometimes not having a film crew when I show you guys how I hook things up. Okay, and then once that's plugged in, I can turn on the on button. Hi. Richie is really enjoyable to Magnawave because he clearly thoroughly enjoys the Magnawave sessions, and you can just really see him relax and be grateful and thankful for Magnawave. Hi, he's so sweet. He's been very touchy lately. You want to touch me all the time. No nibbling, just touching. As today is the day before Thanksgiving and I'm on the topic of being thankful and grateful, I am super thankful that we have a Magnawave machine and that I was able to get certified to do it. It's such a nice, good boy. It's such a nice therapy to be able to offer weekly as an in-barn service, rather than doing it once a month with a certified practitioner coming in. I had a really great lady that was coming to do it, but with everyone in the barn that was doing it and the amount of money we were spending, it just made sense for us to own our own machine. And it's really nice to be able to do the horses that are in heavy work weekly versus monthly, so that's been really great. Richie is currently the only horse in the barn that will let me Magnawave his pole. It kind of seems to be a little too much for some of the other horses. I'm working them up to it, but Richie really loves it. Right? It's like gets his pole in his TMJ area, and he does a ton of yawning, licking, and chewing when we do this area. last week when I did Richie, I noticed that his shoulder was so reactive, and I thought that was kind of strange. It's not like him to have so much tightness in his shoulder. And then my boss and coach so smartly pointed out that they had started being blanketed heavily, and no matter which blankets we tend to buy, the blankets just get tight and snug on their shoulders, and I think that's what is causing that, because he hasn't been doing any jumping or anything. But you know, blankets are a really important factor to mention this time of year when you're finding that your horse maybe has some sore muscles that are out of the ordinary for body work. Doppler's chest gets really sore from his blankets, and I've seen horses get sore and tight in the shoulder. Just, you know, think about when you're gonna go out to play in the snow and you're wearing a million layers and my personally, my shoulders get really sore from wearing this many layers every day, and my body feels tired, so I think that's a really good thing to mention about them. Good boy. Just something to think about. Good boy. Okay, I'm gonna feed lunch and do a couple other chores, like fill hay nets for later, and then we will Magnawave Z next. Because it's cold and rainy today, we're gonna ride the indoor later, and we are fortunate enough to be able to rent the neighbor's indoor. However, we have to use it at the end of their day, so we'll go down to use it at 4. You acted I'm gonna give you a cookie. You're being so silly. When have I given you a cookie inside? He's like, not never, so you never know. So I've always had mixed feelings about hay nets, just in the sense that they're typically raised off the ground a little bit so that horses' shoes don't get caught in them. And I like horses eating off the ground, it being a little more natural. However, this time of year, especially as we're in muddy snow season, although we've been in mud season all year it feels like, this not only keeps the horses warmer longer by slowing their hay intake down instead of them being able to just like hoover it, it also seems to be a great solution to keeping the hay from just getting stomped in the mud when you're paying a lot of money for hay. So this has just been a great option. These Smart Pack hay nets are my favorite. They have held up so well. This is a brand new one, but this one's 3 years old and still working. So just fill in some hay nets. Everybody has hay nets outside in their paddocks now. So I'm doing that for tonight so that it's done just while ponies are eating lunch and chilling. This new hay looks spectacular, but the flakes do kind of fall apart. It's really soft, which is great for the horses, but not great for filling hay nets. The hay itself is great. I'm not complaining by any means. Okay, so I got Dobby out to do some blanket changes, and I wanted to see if I could get him to do some pillar 1 work because he has a lot of neck arthritis. So I'm gonna see if he can do a little bit of stretching down and some releasing. He is super anxious, so I did this with him the other day and he was super responsive. There was lots of licking and chewing and releases in his neck muscles. Okay, so I'm gonna Magnawave Z, and that's kind of like my last chore for the day, other than the evening feeding routine. I've been having issues with him standing against the wall, he and Riley, and they're ruining this shelf on the wall, and it's driving me insane. Because we're riding in the indoor, we can't like groom and tack up and whatnot together today because I'll be doing that late today in the dark because we can't use the indoor till after 4. So it's kind of just Magnawaving him. Gonna make sure he does his pillar work today. We're still working on pillar 1. And yeah, that's kind of like to wrap it up. He was wrapped because I can't have him out in the mud with the skin funk that's going on that back leg. So he stayed in his stall last night. Always exciting. So I'm gonna Magnawave him. I'll start so that you guys can see. Someone asked recently on the blog in the comments about the grazing muzzle. Just to clarify again, I put the grazing muzzle on him so that he can't crib on the cross ties while he's standing and board. I try to not use the grazing muzzle while he's doing his Magnawave because he's kind of in a relaxed state and hopefully he can chill and doesn't feel like cribbing, which typically works fine. He hasn't really felt like cribbing when he's getting his Magnawave session. And I want him to feel fully relaxed and be able to release those yawns and licks and chews, so I try to leave the grazing muzzle off while we're doing some Magnawave for him. You might be able to see that he's getting really sleepy in his eyes and starting to relax. I make sure to always put the cross ties on the top hook so they can get as low as possible, but he's always stepped forward. I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here. I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving, and I am actually going to visit my family in Florida next week, but I'm gonna make sure to do some filming before then to make sure I keep up with the vlog. So far, so good, and thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.